Well, the table in its basic form is complete. At some point I'd like to come back and add like an under top set of drawers so I can keep things like the clamps handy and not occupying any top space. And down below I put a 1/2 inch piece of plywood so I can store some other stuff. There's a few items down there right now just trying to flatten that thing out. It was secondhand, cut off of somebody else's, so I'm trying to see how flat I can get it, but eventually it may get piled high and deep anyway. The color, if you're interested, is Rust-Oleum Sail Blue. And down here on the bottom, I've put the adjustable leveling feet on ball bearings. And then in the bolt and this 1/2 inch plate below it, I've pushed a ball nose end mill into those so they can sit down well on it. And I did that so that if I intentionally want to pitch this table out of level, I can do that. And around the perimeter here, there are 6 1/4 inch holes so that if I'm working on this side and I take something apart that's got fluid in it, I can build a drip tray around those 3 sides and then raise that into the table upwards of 3 inches so I can intentionally pitch all that to one corner and then have a pipe nipple that I can drop down into a bucket, any fluid that runs off on it. But it levels well. It's been a great item to have in the shop. I'm glad I did this first, even before trying to get any electricity into the shop. It's really nice just to not have to work on the floor, and you guys that have been doing that or done that in the times past where that's the only way you can get something done will have a good understanding for how nice it is to have a table, much less a really heavy table that you can push on. The few people that have been here since this has been completed have commented that it's a nice table and you can really beat on it, if you will, and it can take quite a bit of abuse. It's not tried to move anywhere on me that I've been able to notice in the little bit of work that I've done with it. Really like having that 3/4 inch top. I can pound on it pretty good, no troubles. And then I've got the grid laid out, and I'll start getting some of the Bessie clamps that drop down in there to hold items in place. I've got one other clamp that bolts in and have used it in building the table. But really looking forward to getting a lot of use out of this. I did spend pretty heavily on the materials for this table, knowing how much I would use it. And I think it's going to be money well spent by the time it's all said and done. I look forward to getting years of service out of this. If you have any questions or comments about what I did, sizes, weights that weren't answered in prior videos, feel free to ask.